Shame on you, and shame on me. Shame on us all for allowing this problem to get out of hand. We allow people to think that shame no longer exists. When I just showed you, shame does exist. But embarrassment has now outweighed the cons of shame. Imagine living in a society where you can voluntarily embarrass yourself at the prospect, not the promise, at the potential of earning a few hundred, a couple $1,000s. All you have to do is embarrass yourself. But you have to be popular for embarrassing yourself. You can't just embarrass yourself and move on with it. You have to do it over and over again to gain a following of people who constantly egg you on. And for 10,000 subs, I'll summon the devil and sell my soul. Okay. That might be a bit extreme. But if it was possible, do you think someone would do it? Because I think they would. But sit back, relax, and let me explain why. Now, I did some research and I can't seem to pinpoint the exact moment in history where this viral culture started to blossom. But I can name one person, a prime suspect, a superstar, well known, everyone loves him. But he did something that kind of shattered his image. I'm talking about the one, the only, SpongeBob SquarePants. As you guys know, when SpongeBob famously ripped his pants one time, everyone laughed at him. He thought, wow, this is great because he was trying so hard to get more laughs and more people to encourage him rather than Larry the Lobster and Sandy. So SpongeBob ripped his pants over 5 times in one day, voluntarily embarrassing himself just to get a laugh out of people. Until people caught on and was like, SpongeBob, be so dead ass. Why are you doing this? What do you stand to gain from that? And so it got so extreme that he even faked his death. All for a laugh, I might add. Not even money, a laugh. Can you imagine that? Okay, on a more serious note, we all know it started with the harmless YouTube pranks. And people, they would go out and prank people harmlessly, I might add. But people, they began to try to one up each other. And they started to do these weird pranks that started to come up like a cheating on my girlfriend prank, cheating on my boyfriend prank, killing my son prank. Something so wild that you never would have thought 15, 20 years ago that people would be doing this at the prospect of earning a dollar. And it's gotten so wild that people are now scripting these pranks and people, they can see through it because of the inauthenticity of the whole video. Like you're not gonna set up a camera and walk in the house to see your girlfriend or wife cheating on you all of a sudden. That's weird. And people, they do these things at the exploitation of another person's emotion just to earn an extra dollar. Let's give a few examples. I know you guys remember a few, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, the viral NPC trend where people were standing in front of a camera, sucking fruit out the air, saying one word, one phrase. I didn't understand it because people still were criticizing it like, why are you doing that? Blah, blah, blah. It's so dumb. But they would have stopped if shame would have outweighed the pros of embarrassment. This embarrassment led to one person to skyrocket into the spotlight, another person to skyrocket. So you had all these other copycat creators who doing the same thing. You're creating emotion with your hands in a sexual manner because you want a hot dog to appear on the screen. I'm sure your parents are very proud, if you have any. Because obviously you were raised by savages to think that that's the way I'm going to get money. That's my ticket out. That's my instant gratification. I'm going to suck fruit out of the air and I'm going to become a millionaire. That's the plan. How's that working out for you now? And the thing with instant gratification is it's too instant. It's not organic. When you instantly gain all these following and all these people who come out of nowhere to see what's going on, they want it to keep going on. Think about it. If you see the ambulance, the police, the SWAT team down the road, a group is going to gather. They're going to want to know what's going on because, oh, wow, that's interesting. Let me run to the crowd. And you stand there for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but nothing's happened. They're in the same spot. They're going to start to go away. So now you at the scene, you're going to think, well, let me try to do something more extreme to keep these eyes here. And now you're doing things like you're getting mad that people are leaving because you're no longer interesting. You're no longer the new shiny toy. And now when that fame starts to dry up, you lash out at the people who are still there supporting you because they're not giving you as much as they were giving you in the beginning. Ignorance has officially replaced shame as the ultimate status symbol. But that's only on social media because who's fueling this? Who's paying people to go out and be stupid on camera? Think about that. Now, I don't want to say any names because I don't want to mysteriously have a heart attack out of nowhere. That would be crazy. But I'll leave it at that. I always see videos of people saying, this person did that and went viral. This person did this and went viral. So don't be scared to post your video, post your content, because you can potentially go viral. That word, viral, it's a very destructive word. Think about it. We just had the COVID-19 virus. Because something is viral doesn't mean it's good. And it spreads and spreads and spreads until everyone is doing the same redundant, ignorant thing. Like, say, going to a grocery store, throwing buckets at people, throwing tissue at people, playing truth or dare with strangers you don't know, asking all these weird, intrusive questions, and say you can win $10. What do you get? I don't see the end goal because your audience is gonna see you as a goofy guy. So the moment you do blow up and you try to transition into your music career, like everyone does, seems like they get a bit of fame and now all of a sudden you want to turn into a rapper and a singer. No one's gonna take you serious. You wanna know why? Because you're a goofy fellow or gal or anything in between, whatever. What about the fake giveaways and donations? Like, I don't even want to say the guy's name, but he went to Florida during the recent hurricane that's going on, and at the prospect of potentially gaining $50,000, that's a lot of money for a life, right? He decided he's going to set up and try to survive the hurricane at the potential of winning $50,000 US dollars. That's a lot of money, right? No, it's your life, stupid. What are we doing? What do we gain from this? Embarrassment is a new currency, and people exchange it for money. The the value of shame is going down while the value of embarrassment goes up. It's a term for that I don't know right now, but I'll insert it right here. Fame and popularity is like gold, and embarrassment and shame is the currency that we exchange for it. People are getting rid of shame and are trying to usher in this new era of embarrassment and ignorance at the potential to reach the stars and star in movies. I mean, you might star in a movie. You may just make it into a Tubi film, especially especially with the quality of pranks that you're even putting out. Like, there is no creativity behind some of these pranks or gimmicks. It's the same routine. Or what about the people who go to the hood and play pranks on people who don't know they're being recorded? Now, I can guarantee if a camera isn't there, this person who's in the hood making these pranks may not be able to upload the video. Do you guys remember the kid who's going around and asking people, do they want to die? And he went to the wrong neighborhood because he was talking about dying here. And he said, do you want to die? And he ended up passing away because he asked a group of gang members. Now, that's just the potential that can happen with some of these pranks. Now, what happens when you are putting multiple people's lives at risk? Say running on an elevator in a turban and a white gown, screaming these obscurities and throwing a book bag in the elevator and running off. For a like, I might add, a few likes, a few shares, comments, and all that other stuff. Don't forget to subscribe. But that's crazy. Or what about the guy who was walking in random people's houses just to say, oh, it's the wrong house, sorry, my bad. And you walked in the home of a man, his wife, and his child in the other room. Now, what if he was in a bad mood and defensive and he would have blew your head on the back wall and he would have seen your final thoughts running down his white drywall? Or what about the guy who sat beside a homeless guy and asked was he hungry just to go and get a burger or fries, just to sit beside him and eat in his face? All for people to say, well, that's so funny, ha ha ha, because their demographic is primarily kids. There's no sane adult sitting home watching this like, this kid is going places. Not one. I can almost guarantee that. Or the famous streamers who are always jumping on different waves and trends. They switch religions every 2 to 3 months and they're always saying obscurities. They're trying to find the next political trend to jump behind. All at the prospect of $1 a deal to stream. What do we gain from it? The only thing I would like to know is, how do these people think this is the way? This is not the way. I can assure you that. And for the people who record themselves doing ignorant things, they first visualize this prank. They probably sit down with their guys, their cameraman. We're gonna do this. Okay. Next is execution. You go out, you do this ignorant thing, you go home, and then you gotta remember the video you recorded. Let me go edit this. You take out the video on your laptop, desktop, whatever, and you're editing it, and you're watching this video back and forth, maybe 3-4 times, and you think, this is the video, this is the one that's gonna get me out of my situation, and you hit upload to the internet. At no point did common sense set in and say, well, maybe this isn't right. But right really doesn't generate money now, does it? Wrong, wrong, wrong. And the devil will never come and show his true form. He always comes to the thing that we value the most, which is money. So people that are selling their souls to potentially make money. Now I could have easily pointed out names, even made a list, but that's low-hanging fruit. As I said earlier, shame, shame, shame. Shame on you, shame on me, shame on us all, because we're all in the same boat and we're keeping the cycle going on and on. By simply making this video, I'm giving a way for you to go and see the ignorance for yourselves. And they're going to think, all these new people are coming. They must want me to keep doing this same ignorant thing. As they roll themselves down this river of ignorance and redundancy until these waves of monotony drowns them, and they realize, as they're falling deeper and deeper, that was it really worth it in the end? My final question is, how do we bring back shame and embarrassment to prevent these things from getting out of control? Because the question isn't, what will these guys do for money? The question is, what won't they do at the potential of money? Let me know what you think down in the comment section. But don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay updated for more videos from the channel, guys. Coming soon. Peace.